Welcome to Coreum Concepts. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Another exciting update. Got some changes coming up here. I'm going to announce in the next day or so on how the channel is going to work. Due to some changes around the ranch here. Good things coming. Very excited. We're well past the 900 of subscribers. Well on our way to 1,000 now. It's growing fast. So I appreciate all the recent support. All those that have been there from the start. All right, here we go. Total crypto market cap today. 1.249 trillion. Gold sitting at 1977 after a little bit of a pullback. Silver, same thing, pulled back a bit, 2261. DXY going the opposite direction. Up it goes at 106764. Checking in on Coreum, it is running about sideways at 8.3 cents. Had a little bump up earlier, but came back just as quick. And Sologenic, a little volatile the last few days at 11.17. XRP's trading at 58.68 cents. It had a little spike up earlier today to 62.6214. As you can see with my long-standing wedge here, this is in the weekly chart, so this is going back to March of 22. Big old wedge here, so I'm not going to get too excited until we're over that $1 mark really and holding it for a bit. Nonetheless, if we get up to 93 cents, that'll be very exciting just the same. But I do suspect we might come touch this line one more time too. So eyes on that. Volume's not very high. Keep that in mind. Just our Coreum volume is bucking the trend here. As you can see on the weekly trend, it is absolutely charging. And Bitcoin is taking a little breather and sitting at 34,451. Checking in with the Smart Stake Analytics. I just see a little news bar here. Check this out. Smart Stake says new Celestia validator. Smart Stake is an inactive validator in Celestia. Like our services, help us get to the active validator set by delegating to Smart Stake. I heard CryptoCito talking about the same thing. He's his validator stake Cito is in the top 100, I think. I think he said he was in 92nd position there. So seems to be a lot of interest in that Celestia blockchain. Might have to look into that a little bit more myself. Anyways, onwards we go. Total Coreum staked at the moment 236,340,541, representing 43.9% of the circulating supply. Everything's running fairly good here. Coreum Community DAO. If you need to stake some Coreum after you get your airdrop here in the next few days, come check us out. If you need some information or help, just reach out to us via the links provided. Twitter, Discord, email, website. Lots of options here to help get your Coreum moved over off of XRP and onto Coreum mainnet, so you could help secure the network and get some fantastic rewards, and as another bonus, contribute to the community DAO and what we are trying to build here. So here's some exciting news. Tracking the IBC network, Coreum has had some action. The last time I checked in with you guys about this, there was about $38 worth of transactions on there, going back quite some time now, and then sat quiet ever since. Well, here we are. We're up to $1,718. And most of that was in just a few transactions. So it's great to see. You can see Osmosis. Looks like it was sent to Osmosis. Where it went from there, I haven't had the time to verify that. Just kind of seen this here this evening. I did have someone tell me there's a tell of it being possibility that you're able to swap Coreum for JUNO somewhere, but I won't say much about that because I don't know for sure. Haven't verified it. It was just rumor that fell my way here this evening before I recorded this here now. So very exciting to see some movement with IBC. It's definitely a big deal. IBC's also connecting us with Avalanche, Polkadot, with recent technology, Bitcoin's in there, USDC. So this is good stuff, and I think Coreum in the end is going to make IBC more powerful than it already is. So it's great to see. We're going to keep our eyes on that and see when there's more activity there. And related to that, Fabio posted earlier today, what are the DeFi trends of tomorrow? Here are some takeaways from the panel. Compliance frameworks to integrate traditional finance assets and messaging, ISO 20022. And implementation of business logic within the protocol layer for high throughput operations, i.e. smart tokens. Modular dApp functionality with emphasis on frictionless user experience. Very confident in the vision we are executing with Coreum. What other innovations should we consider? Great question. And the first answer to that from Kappa Gonna Cap is need DEX. Fabio then replies, I see more than 2 native DEXs on active development. So that's pretty exciting to see. I responded there, I see some movement of Coreum over IBC this past week. Are we days, weeks, or months away? So it's going to be interesting. We got our last scheduled airdrop of the 4 scheduled ones. And yes, for the people in the comments, I realize there's potentially one more tokens that weren't distributed. As far as what is scheduled and we know is coming, that is the one that's going to start here today, I assume. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a reply from Fabio on a potential timeline now that we see some Coreum trickling over the IBC. Coreum official announced here today, Wave 3 applications have closed. Coreum is thrilled with the forward thinking and passion seen from over 150 plus projects. Stay tuned as the next wave of innovators begin their journey on the world's first Superledger. Here we go again with Superledger. Subscribe for grant updates. And that's just a link to subscribe to the newsletter. I've already obviously subscribed to that. But Superledger is being tossed around again. For curiosity, what happens when you hit Superledger? Right on. Video comes up of the Superledger. Sweet. Got some talk of a Bitcoin Superledger. So yes, it's going to be exciting to see what comes out of this last wave of applicants. And I assume by the time we see some development from them, we will be really seeing some results from the previous waves applicants, I'm sure, with some projects starting to potentially deploy on chain. This is a post I wanted to get into, but this is stuff that's stacking up for a live stream here probably tomorrow night. Don't want to overcommit, so because I still have some wood to chop before the rain comes. But it's an ISO 222 post. I do want to dive into that, but that's too long to get into here today. Reason why that's relevant, because I think Coreum is doing something unique with ISO 222 compliance. And as it says here, in the area of ISO 222 compliance, Coreum is pioneering the future of financial messaging. As leading fintech consultancy firms audit network, Coreum continues to ensure that its blockchain is well prepared to address the complex challenges of the financial sector. This opens the door to a new world of financial messaging, setting the stage for more efficient, cost-effective, and secure financial operations. For those who wish to embark on this transformative journey, the Coreum ecosystem beckons, offering a bright future for the financial industry. And I think that's what Coreum's focusing on. It's not just the transfer of or the transaction. It's all the stuff that happens on the back end. The taxonomy, making sure that the data is stored in proper place based on the type of transaction or size of transaction or conditions. So I think the smart tokens and what it's going to do for ISO 222 is, in the words of Reza, going to be revolutionary. So exciting to see as those days near. I did a video on this here in the last day or so about Coreum's partnership with TradeHeader. They offer high quality custom software development specifically designed to enable and support firms' adoption of diverse standards across their operations. Thing of interest here, they actually run currently in beta ISO 222 Validator. It takes the ISO 222 messages as inputs and validates them against ISO 222 base or CBPR plus validation. So, like I said, I did a video on this. I encourage you to go check it out. These guys are the real deal. And I think that was a very significant partnership there. Also stacking up for the live stream coming up next is this story here from the Bank of International Settlements. New project Polaris reports focus on high-level design guide for CBDC offline payment solutions. So we will explore that a bit more, likely tomorrow night in a live stream. And here's a quick little bit from Ripple.
My name is Kiri Bhatia. I'm the head of international business development for Ripple, which includes the incredibly dynamic region of Asia Pacific. Hong Kong is a very special place for me. It's where I've had pivotal moments in my career and also where my children were born. That's why it's really exciting to see the growth and adoption of crypto here. Hong Kong has always been one of the most important and bustling financial centers globally. Today, it is also one of the biggest cities per capita for developers and for blockchain-related investments. That's why Ripple's work in the city is so important. We're working with businesses and financial institutions to move, manage, and tokenize value. We're now working closely with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority to pilot a CBDC project tokenizing real-world assets on Ripple's CBDC platform built with the XRP Ledger technology. With forward-thinking regulators and the momentum around crypto development, it's truly exciting to see what the future holds in Hong Kong.
All right, and reason why that's relative here, a post from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The MAS launches a proof of concept conducted from 1 to 30 of November, or the 1st to the 30th of November, for an interoperable SGQR+. The POC explores the feasibility of enabling merchants in Singapore to accept QR payments from a variety of payment schemes through a single financial institution. And the reason why that is of interest, this story goes back to the beginning of October. Crypto firm Ripple secures Singapore payments license out of Singapore. Cryptocurrency firm Ripple said on Wednesday its Singapore subsidiary has secured a payments license to operate in the city-state without transaction thresholds. The license granted by the Monetary Authority of Singapore will allow Ripple to provide regulated digital payment token services. It had received initial approval in June. It is one of 14 companies that are licensed to offer digital payment token services in Singapore. Others include Singapore arm of Coinbase, the world's largest listed crypto exchange, as well as the Singapore units of Britain's Revolut and London's base blockchain.com. The MAS, Singapore's central bank and financial regulator, has said it only grants licenses to cryptocurrency firms if they have robust anti-money laundering controls, and that most applicants have not been successful. Based in San Francisco, Ripple said over 90% of its business is outside of the US, with Singapore and to a larger degree Asia Pacific being one of the firm's fastest growing regions. This is another long one, again stacked up for the live stream from RippleX. That video was last month. The XRPL Accelerator Demo Day provided 9 projects with the opportunity to showcase the product they're building and how they're poised to make an impact in the world of blockchain and beyond. And you can learn about those projects in the thread below, and we will dive into that on the live stream. Registration for Ripple Swell 2023 is now closed. It's in Dubai, first or second week of November coming up here. So a lot of excitement will be ramping up for that. Post from Ripple here. What has a decade of building proven blockchain solutions for financial institutions, enterprise, and central banks delivered?
Finance has always been slow to evolve, but real progress is happening all around you. Like money that moves as fast as
global markets that never close,
and efficiency that moves finance at the speed of business today.
So forward-thinking enterprises,
financial institutions, and governments
can move forward faster.
It's happening now,
and it's ready for those
who are ready
to make change. So, are you on the right side of progress?
Are we on the right side of progress, guys? I'd have to think so. If you're here watching this, I think you're definitely on the right side. All right, and this is a post Bob Ross shared of Dylan LeClaire's, and it caught my eye because this is out of my homeland, Canada, the Canadian Parliament. For a politician to stand up in the Canadian Parliament and talk about Bitcoin is about as radical as saying Bitcoin in an XRP X space these days. So yeah, let's just check out what he has to say here.
Madam Speaker, today marks the 15th anniversary of Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper that gave birth to the Bitcoin network, a fully decentralized peer-to-peer and permissionless way to exchange value. In the words of Twitter founder Jack Dorsey, the Bitcoin white paper is one of the most seminal works of computer science in the last 30 years. It's poetry. In the words of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, Satoshi's innovation potential to spur change is worth pursuing to lower economic rents and to promote economic inclusion. I couldn't agree more. In fact, over the last decade, we've seen Bitcoin empower the underbanked as well as those living in oppressive regimes. Women, for instance, who use Bitcoin all over the world to evade unjust restrictions on their financial freedoms. It's also helped thousands of families avoid the tragedy of currency debasement. Now, in full disclosure, Madam Speaker, while I do own Bitcoin, I'm not advocating for anyone to buy it, but for everyone to study it, progressives in particular, because after all, Bitcoin was born in the midst of the great financial crisis as an alternative to big banks' greed and the system that never failed to bail them out. It stands for a truly progressive ideal. So today, Madam Speaker, let me thank Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever that may be, and wish a happy 15th anniversary to Bitcoin's white paper. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I have to agree, and it's nice to see Canadian politicians talking about something that makes sense, but I agree we must thank Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever he or they are, because ultimately they planted the seed to develop this massive ecosystem that is cryptocurrency today. On a lighter note, Coreum Punks posted here tonight, the Core Genie has spoken with exciting announcement. The monthly airdrop is about to begin again. Make sure you claim your punks and set up your Coreum trust line. This is your chance to be part of the Coreum Punk revolution. So yes, make sure that you got your punk and your trust line set up in time for the reward. If you've been getting them already, you don't have to do nothing. Everything should be the same. And this story here from Minus Wells, breaking over 1 million NFTs recently minted on the XRPL. FIFA World Cup All League, that's AI League.com is steamrolling NFTs right now and have minted over 1 million, over 71,000 in the last 24 hours. So the ledger is humming along with NFTs. Digital Assets Daily posted here, Bittrue partners with Zaha Ledger to drive innovation in the XRPL ecosystem. I don't know enough about this yet. Obviously, I've been listening to as much as I can on X Spaces and that. From what I see here, this is more for builders and developers to provide them tools. Not too sure there's much reason to speculate with it at this time. Omn Flix Network, great technology here. Really encourage you checking it out. I'm going to be developing some videos for that platform here in the next few days. So check them out for sure. They got a lot going on here. Their weekly updates are jam-packed with information. You can see here Cosmos SDK migration, contract development, all engines are go, testing a few contracts on the DevNet, Omn Flix TV, bunch of cool updates, better publishing, more immersive viewing, and easier tipping. Pretty cool feature. I know that to date this channel's generated 0 revenue. So I know that my video on Omn Flix TV there has received quite a few views, well over 500. So they do have this tip feature that it's pretty cool because you can donate as little as you want or as much as you want, and it all goes right to the creator. No middleman at all. So that's a neat feature. So yeah, if somebody wants to throw me a tip of any amount, it will be the official first bit of revenue for Coreum Concepts channel. All right, but if I can give you a tip, check out this platform. It's absolutely amazing. Very, very cool platform. I got a couple videos up here. I'm going to throw up some more here. I'm in the creator section, not the place to watch videos. Yeah, so you can see lots of channels popping up here on omniflix.tv and Coreum Community DAO and Coreum Concepts does have a presence here. Here you go. You can see well over 500 people have viewed. It's one of the more popular videos on here, guys. So if that doesn't say something, yeah, it's great. Great to see that there's some interest in Coreum from the Omn Flix and Cosmos ecosystem. We're all one big team here on IBC, so great to see. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. All right, and a partner of the channel, Zeev. This is bound to be a great one. You can catch this live November 1st in the morning. If you're in North America, West Coast like me, it's at 7 a.m. This is Dr. Ravi from Zeev. Topic is launching a roll-up and app chain from idea to implementation. It's a masterclass. They provide such great education. You do not want to miss that. All right, and if, like you said, you need some assistance or information on what staking on Coreum blockchain is all about, and you want to learn more about Coreum Community DAO and our validator, you can reach out on our website, coreumcommunitydao.com. Got Discord, all the links are at the bottom here also. And yeah, got a team here willing to help you out. Get your Coreum staked over after this last airdrop and get it earning some rewards for you. Or we can talk about how it can interact with IBC or possibly an upcoming DEX on Coreum. And of course, there's risetoday.com NFT marketplace. Here's our link tree if you want to check out our links. Appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, most likely doing the live stream tomorrow night, dive into a few of these things a little deeper. Thanks again. Peace and prosperity to you all.